Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. I don't know. For those of you looking for good books on finance, there are links in the description below. Welcome back to this news. Should have been more popular, and for some reason everyone overlooked it. Everyone. I dug deep within the blockchain to actually find this news. We've had a consistent stream of information. It's been almost 3 years at this point, and it's really insane how far we've come as a space. And I find it quite odd how few people listen to, react to, or know news like this. 99, okay, I'll give you a good 80-90% of the news within the cryptocurrency space tends to be Bitcoin's price prediction, where Bitcoin's going, Bitcoin's price, Bitcoin ETF price, where Bitcoin's going, Bitcoin's price went down, this kind of thing. And the majority of people within crypto tend to always get quite discouraged if Bitcoin actually ends up going down in price, which is, a part of the market. Nothing goes up forever. There's always a lull period, a up period, down period. It's kind of the way that things go. Over the course of me having this channel and my other channel, The Modern Investor, daily, we get kind of exceptional news about adoption, about money, about inflows, about whales, you name it. What makes me a smidge annoyed is constantly seeing how few people understand the significance of the news. In that, if the news is about Bitcoin went up by 10%, everyone goes, hooray, and they love it. If Bitcoin goes down by 3% and we get news that whales purchased, because we've had this news before, that whales purchased $118 million the same exact day that the price went down, no one pays attention to it. We keep getting the rich get richer and people within crypto don't get a gosh darn thing news, because of the vast majority of people aren't listening to what's happening, aren't listening to the actual adoption news and data and information. Years ago, I don't know what's happened. Years ago, if we had heard that one bank had purchased one Bitcoin, it would have been like a miraculous, wonderful, crazy thing. Banks don't buy Bitcoin. It's decentralized, silly. They want nothing to do with anything with our ecosystem. Now we get news about banks buying crypto all the time, and it doesn't faze anyone except for the whales and the institutions and other banks who are buying. The news today: one of the largest banks on the planet had to announce that they're holding a lot of Bitcoin. Why did they have to announce it? Because they had to file with the SEC. This information was part of their quarterly 13F-HR disclosure filed by institutional managers with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. The bank is Goldman Sachs. You know Goldman Sachs. They have a lot of monies, for those of you who don't know. They were forced to file with the US SEC for their Bitcoin because Goldman Sachs, one of the largest banks on the planet, is holding $418 million worth of Bitcoin through ETFs. This information that we received only goes from April until June, which is what they were recently required to file. Goldman Sachs reported that they are holding BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust in the valuation of $238.6 million, representing 6.991 million shares per the filing. They're also holding 79 million with Fidelity, 35 million with Grayscale, and $56 million with Invesco Galaxy Bitcoins ETF. I wonder what the future is going to look like. I'm going to talk not candidly, but just realistically. I've been saying, and I've tried my best, and I know that some of you are listening. I got it. High five. I've been saying for a number of years that this was going to happen. One of my larger fears within the cryptocurrency space, within the Bitcoin space, is that the everyday average person, two things, would either not get this news and or receive this news and not care about it. And I think it's a heavy mixture of both. A lot of people, your average person, isn't and doesn't get this kind of cryptocurrency news. People within the cryptocurrency space either get the news and ignore it, and I think another portion gets the news, but they think that it doesn't pertain to them. A lot of people in crypto like rich people news or buying a lot of Bitcoin or buying a lot of crypto news because this is from my vantage point. I think they see it as good. New money's getting into the space and they're going to make me richer. But at the same exact time, you're not paying attention to the fact that they're literally buying so much that you, your friends, and your family will only ever be able to own a portion and a fragment of this brand new asset class. It's kind of like having a time machine and going back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s and seeing people buy like 35 homes and you go, you know what? I'm going to buy some wood. So in the future, I can also build a house. This is not me telling you to throw all your money into the market. As I said in another video, it's a slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. And these people have put the pedal to the metal, to the gas, to the rebel, they're zooming so far ahead because they know what's coming. They see the devaluation of the dollar. They see the massive wave of capital that's buying up all the crypto. I know that a lot of people outside of crypto and also within the space are going to regret these years for not doing what they should have probably done. Remember earlier in the year, I remember telling people, this was like when the alarm bells were ringing as we were just getting the ETFs. I was like, these companies are getting into the space not because they're trying to make life better for us. They see the value opportunity. And then Bitcoin goes from $16,000, $17,000 to $74,000 over the course of a couple of months. They're doing it to make sure that their families remain rich forever. Forever. Like there will be no more working ever for these families. And I want that to not even trickle down, but to be taken advantage of by the people, normal people who are already within the space, who have the opportunity to buy 100,000 Satoshis, to buy 1 million Satoshis, to buy 20 million Satoshis. Because I want normal people to have money as opposed to Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs has all the money. If Bitcoin goes from where it currently is and does a 10x in price, these people will have billions of dollars in Bitcoin. While the everyday average person, a lot of people hear this news and still have no allocation into crypto and still have no allocation into Bitcoin. And I think it might be one of the largest fumbles, one of the largest mistakes ever. Ever. So for those of you who have listened over the course of the last 6, 7, 8 years, for those of you who've been here, for those of you who've paid attention, for those of you who were buying In 2022, 2023, when the market was down, and even the beginning of 2024, and you've made significant profits, high five. Because we're going to see a rumble, a stampede of people rushing into the space when prices are a lot higher, and they're never going to own as much Bitcoin and crypto as they actually need. Goldman Sachs, one of the largest banks on the planet, had to file with the SEC, and they are holding $418 million worth of Bitcoin. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you got something from the video. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.